and welcome back to We Love Katamari. Today, we have a mission that only the most naked cousin can take on.
He's wearing a mask. That's not technically naked.
Oh, okay. You're right. Anyways, a couple episodes ago, we helped an old man, and now it's time to help this old lady.
Wow, finally, equality has been achieved. Both women and men can be old now.
I like her. She's repping that weed shirt. That's cool.
Oh my god, you're right. That's how you know she's cool, Grandma.
No.
No, wait, hey!
It's not fun, it's art. There's a difference.
If you say no to that, does the King of All Cosmos just stomp you like a Monty Python bit?
Yeah. He just flicks you into the screen and you hit it, and it cracks.
That pompadour better be one of the presents we get him a level.
Yeah, it is, but it's the broken off pompadour, so we just hold it.
No.
I mean, the thing about him is, he may not have a pompadour anymore, but his hair's grown in everywhere else, so I think it kind of makes up for it. He traded in his swag for his class.
Oh my god, this is the hardest QuickTime event I've ever seen. What level Miku are you playing? Jesus.
Ah, perfect for sunbathing. We took La 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 to the right level this time.
I like that kid just looking at those bugs.
Oh, that kid's got a pompadour. We'll have to get it so we can give it to the king.
Man, I wish this level was all about how many pompadours can you collect?
How many cool hairs can you get?
It even kind of looks like his pants have a pompadour from this angle.
Also, it seems like we kind of have, the grass around the mushroom is kind of giving us a little bit of a hair. So we're not totally bald. We're not totally naked. But so, whereas earlier, certainly, it was the case that all of the levels were much shorter than usual, we're now starting to get to sort of these higher timed levels, particularly in the ones that are just roll until you get so big. We're now reaching a 12-minute level. Which means that we also get a lot more time to expand this particular environment and get to new places we hadn't been to before.
I'm just now noticing the dog remix.
Oh yeah, no, it's really good. It's the Katamari theme, but they just have a bunch of animal synthesized voices playing.
They got the Paper Mario synthesizer. No, Mario Paint synthesizer.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just booted up the Jingle Bells with Cats CD, and they're like, man, this is when music was real.
When you put a Jingle Cats and Jingle Dog CD in the same CD player, this is what happens.
I thought that's the end of the universe, honestly.
Oh no, that's when you put in Jingle Babies as well. That's when you put in all three. The three horsemen of the apocalypse.
Oh yeah, I forgot that it's like a rock, paper, scissors scenario with dogs, cats, and babies.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. I mean, that's what that Cats vs. Dogs movie was about, I think, and Baby Geniuses. I think that makes the full trilogy.
Right, when Avengers Endgame came and they all had to team up to take on Thanos, I cried.
Didn't like a second Dogs vs. Cats movie come out like 15 years after the original?
You mean Revenge of Kitty Galore? Yes.
As a connoisseur of the Cats vs. Dogs franchise,
That is one of the most distressing things I have heard in a very long time.
It's called a cinematic universe, please.
I don't even think Baby Geniuses was bold enough to try to do it that long after.
I mean, Super Babies was pretty far after. I'd say at least a good 8 years.
Oh, okay.
Revenge of Kitty Galore was really just like preparing kids for the eventuality of like a Top Gun 2.
Oh yeah, that's happening now too, jeez. It's just letting you know that nothing's safe.
I hope it's a retelling of the Top Gun PS2 game, which happened.
Here's like the thing about movies. Hollywood right now is too obsessed with sequels when they should take a page out of Star Wars and worry about the prequels.
That's right.
Oh, I thought you were just gonna say and only have, like, 2 movies, like Star Wars did.
Yeah.
Right, Star Wars 1 and 2.
Yeah, Star Wars The Phantom Menace and Star Wars Attack of the Clones.
And see, the Attack of the Clones is actually a clever reference to the fact that they were making a sequel. Because they knew already that people were going to be like, a second movie.
Yeah.
I think the real Attack of the Clones was all the Star Wars wannabes that popped up right after the Phantom Menace.
You know, I gotta say, it's a shame like Attack of the Clones was a financial failure because it failed to focus on Jar Jar.
That's the one thing it was missing.
They should have had him be the clones. There should have just been millions of Jar Jars on screen at the same time.
Yeah, how am I supposed to take a name like Boba Fett seriously? As like, oh, he's a bad guy with gun. Like, whatever.
I mean, Boba Fett is clearly just a very modern thing. You know, it's very much banking on, you know, current fads and such.
Yeah.
Right.
What's next? Avocado Tostini?
That's my magician side name. I do all kinds of like millennial magic tricks, like and for my next trick I'll defund the diamond industry.
For my next trick, I'll make the housing market disappear.
Oh, sorry guys, I gotta take a break for a bit. My son Dexter Jetster Jar Jar is calling.
You know, I appreciate the dedication to your fandom and that you've changed your last name to Jar Jar.
I mean, I feel like stan culture is very much getting very overhand, but, you know, do you?
You see, Chirps, I'm a true progressive. My wife's last name is Jar Jar.
Oh, okay. That's beautiful.
Future friend, are you like a BTS fan where anytime someone posts something on Twitter, you just respond with Jar Jar gifs?
Oh, yeah.
Jar Jar fan cam.
Yeah, you respond with the entirety of the Phantom Menace.
But sped up to fit the Twitter limit of 2.5 minutes or whatever.
Every tweet takes about an hour to upload. That's why you have to make sure that you only post the very good tweets.
Or it's like one of those things where it's like a movie, but only the parts where Jar Jar shows up.
Yeah, whenever I'm depressed, I go like, ugh, I feel like shit, and I post a gif of the text that says, the Trade Federation is at it again.
I wake up in the morning and I post, the dead speak!
Damn, he's not wrong, though.
I feel like they should do these like how, like, the last gen, like, third-person shooters would do it, like the walk and talk, like, the prince puts his finger up to his ear and he slowly walks around while the king talks at him.
Right, like, you can still pick things up, but you're going at, like, a quarter speed. I can see that.
And you're kind of hunched over to signify that you aren't doing real gameplay.
Right. But don't worry, the context is exactly the same. No matter what you're doing, it's like, man, wish I could pull off cool hair again. That's the thing, though, right? You know, as a kid, you're like, oh, I could do all kinds of shit with my hair. I could put gel in it and spike it back. As an adult, you're just not allowed that convenience anymore. It's kind of tragic.
Yeah, that's like the real fucked up thing about adulthood. You don't realize that, like, once you hit 18, you are forced to look like the cop from Disco Elysium.
That's right, the only haircut you're allowed to have when you get older, and take note of this, kids, is a mullet. So you gotta figure out how to own it quick. The only thing that you're allowed to choose is your facial hair. But if you're picking handlebars, you're right.
Yeah, you gotta have, like, biker facial hair, and you just gotta smell of 3-day sweat, or else the government shoots you in the head.
Otherwise, they don't feel like you're working hard enough. But yeah, so now we have expanded into the town at large. We get to go to the beach, enjoy the festivities, and just see how the other side lives.
Whoa, look at those big watermelons!
Find some extremely large pizzas.
Yeah, we made it out of the suburbs, we made it to the big city, where we're gonna finally make our break. And sometimes that means stealing 4 or 5 or 10 cars.
It's like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Yeah. Well, you gotta pick yourself up by your own bootstraps and, you know, make a name for yourself. Me, I'm gonna make it via Grand Theft Auto.
And pick up a bunch of bootstraps while you're at it.
You know, as a kid, I always thought, the Katamari is just rampaging. It's not doing anything good. But as an adult, I can see it hooving up the cars, and I'm like, Katamari is saving the planet.
Yeah, you know, Katamari's just creating jobs.
We also picked up the police cars, which means that, you know, we're also doing a service in that way.
I don't want to get into this debate, Chirps.
I mean that we're protecting them from criminals, because they're in the Katamari.
Listen, as...
Oh, Future Friends just gotta go on another rant about how he loves the siren noise. Wee woo, wee woo, it's so much fun!
As number one's the Phantom Menace fan, I just want to say that cops are a lot like the Jedi themselves.
Yeah, I mean, like, think about it. You know, you've got a criminal, and he's shooting his gun, which is also illegal. But instead of hitting the cop car, it's just gonna hit, like, you know, like a house or like a tree, and it's gonna be fine.
A tree died for that man's sins. How can you just say it's fine?
Man, that's one big present. Imagine waking up on Christmas morning and seeing that and being like, oh, Daddy, can I open that one first? And he chuckles to himself and then says,
No.
Okay.
You have to wait until you're big enough to open it.
Oh no. So it just sits there for years.
That's right.
Growing up, my dad always put these presents under the tree for his godson, and his godson never came, and so like we just had these presents under the tree for years. I was just like, wow, they have to be something really cool, and they were like picture books.
So they're extremely cool.
Yeah, because I didn't have to like read words to be able to know what was going on.
That's always my favorite. That's why I like comic books so much more than regular books. They respect my time. I don't have to parse every word.
Yeah, look, I can get by on visual symmetry alone, really.
Yeah. So once you make it into this square, it gets a bit tough just because of all the buildings in the way.
Oh no.
Oh god, la help! Oh, thank you. Yeah, the present in this one is actually pretty tough to get, not only because it's big, but because it is attached to a plane that flies around the map. So if you aren't kind of in prime position to get it, you could be searching for a long time before you're actually able to figure out where it is. I was lucky enough that immediately, as soon as I was big enough, it was right in front of me. Oh look, we're on the TV! We're on the Jumbotron! Which makes sense, because, as the name implies,
What?
we're very large.
Are those giant eggs? What were those?
I guess we'll have to find out later. We're not allowed to go that far yet.
Oh no.
What, you don't have those in the US?
Yeah, those are ostrich eggs, famously very large.
Oh wow. You crack one open and thousands of ostriches pour out. It's like a spider giving birth.
It's like when you beat the solitaire game on the computer and all the cards start shooting out, but it's ostriches.
Oh no.
That's somehow more frightening.
You know, I think something else we're doing for the community here is by cleaning up all of these extra houses, cars, and stuff, we've made more space for nature.
I feel like if they ever made a sequel to Katamari, it would have to be a city building simulator. And you have to build the city so that the small things are on one side and the big things on the other side.
Oh, so it would be like SimCity, right, where like you could cause a natural disaster, but instead of a natural disaster, it's a Katamari.
Mm-hmm.
And if the Katamari can't pick everything up, it's like, oh, your city planning is
Yeah,
bad.
you made a bad city. Great job, asshole.
Now we're calling this one Idiot City for morons, because that's where you live.
Wait, there's no giant present? What the hell are you doing?
Sherps, have you ever gotten big enough in this level to start getting those skyscrapers?
This one, it's very hard to get the skyscrapers in. I'm actually not sure if it's possible.
Sounds like time to make a challenge run.
That's right.
Can you beat Katamari without picking up anything at all?
I was like, no. The end.
But for some reason, the video has to keep going. Well, let's see how few items we have to pick up. Oh, it turns out most of them. My favorite thing in those, like, challenge run videos is when somebody's like, yeah, this is possible, it's just not fun. I don't know why I'm doing this.
You know, I'm so sick of this king, dudes. Why doesn't our mom ever talk to us about anything?
Whoa, look, we got a tiny king. We got a little buddy.
Yeah, no, the little buddy is easily next to the horse, one of my favorite accessories in the whole game. Yeah, it's weird because, like, the queen exists, right? She shows up, certainly for, like, intros, but she never is shown, like, next to the king. Is she on vacation? Is the king on vacation? What is the situation here where they're separated for so long?
Bowser kidnapped her, and the king's just too lazy to go rescue her.
Yeah, the final level is like, sorry, it turns out the queen's in another castle. You have to roll it up.
Do you know when you say that the husband is out in the outhouse because he did something bad? He is actually, but he's just sitting on top of the outhouse because he's very large. You know, it's like a classic comic strip, Marmaduke.
It's actually because the Earth is his man cave.
I feel like being in the doghouse in Marmaduke would be like, oh wow, there's like 3 stories, you know, like 7 baths. Wow, great doghouse. Because, you know, Marmaduke's so big.
Also, happy 2018, everyone.
Do you think anyone has ever kicked a field goal against Fumin and given them a concussion?
Yes, all the time. What I assume happens is the football would get stuck in between the 2 posts.
I feel like that depends on how good the person is at kicking a football.
Yeah, like if it's Ace, like, it goes through no problem.
Right. Any other cousin, though, absolutely, it's getting stuck in there.
Mm-hmm.
Someone throws Marnie at Fumin.
Yo, it's the Buds meteor!
Damn.
Like we said, Grandma's got the weed dress. She's getting turned.
Yeah. Bud's Meteor, isn't that the name of, like, that Budweiser Bull Terrier?